Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 213. I'm Connor Murphy, here with Grace Matthews. Hi, Grace. How you doing?
I'm doing well. We are in the middle of what might be a storm, so if you're a little thunder and lightning in the background, it's just Mother Nature.
Okay, it's not God striking you down.
No, well, that could happen too, but we hope not, right?
Right.
Well, I don't know. There might be some people that hope so. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, is he a Democrat or a Republican, do you think?
Gosh, I don't know. Good question. Good question. And who knows the answer to that? You know, I think you got to die to find out. So
yeah, probably.
I think I'll put that off.
Yeah. All right.
I'll decline. Well, you know, we have a course. We'll talk a little bit about General Flynn, but we've got some coronavirus updates, you know.
Okay.
Our greatest fear was we would go back to work and it would increase. Right. But we really didn't know how much, right? I mean, because all of this is new to everybody. Experts and then regularly ill people like me and you know?
Right.
So, in Kansas and Missouri, though, the increase is a little alarming. It's up 31%.
Oh.
Yeah, for each week since we went back to work, and we haven't fully gotten back to work. So that's 2 weeks.
Right.
Yikes.
That is some alarming numbers.
It is. It is. It's very concerning, you know, and that has everybody wondering, well, what is it going to be like this winter? The experts are saying it's going to be bad.
That's not good news at all.
If it gets bad, will we shut down again? My guess is no.
Good question, because I'm not a firm believer in the shutdown. I think I've discussed this before. We all need antibodies and to continue, so I just don't get the shutdown. I think it's prolonging things. I think you just have to let nature do its course, and man's notorious for trying to interfere with nature. And this is nature. This is microbiology. So I'm not a big fan of this shutdown at all. I think it's going to do us more harm. It already has financially. I mean...
Oh, gosh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's already cost the United States government $3 trillion with the T. Yeah,
I can imagine we're probably going to be, close to that for sure.
It's nuts, and I don't know what's going to happen because I am skeptical about a vaccine coming along because you have this coronavirus, which is the common cold.
Right.
We have never been able to create a virus against the common cold.
Right.
The base of SARS was coronavirus, the common cold.
Exactly.
We never have developed a vaccine despite a whole lot of effort.
Right. I mean, man has been trying to fight the common cold forever.
Absolutely. You know, and we've been hearing about that our whole lives, you know.
Right.
That there is no cure for the common cold. And is that by design, nature, as you're talking about?
I mean, think so.
Do we have to have certain things to keep the earth in check?
Right. Look at all the dirt you ate when you were a kid.
Yeah. I made a lot of chocolate mud pies.
Yeah, and in dirt, I think there's something like 10 to the 13th number of bacteria, different kinds of bacteria and viruses. So, and it doesn't necessarily need to spread through air travel. I mean, it travels quicker that way, but just it'll end up here in time, no matter where it's created in the world. And a lot of doctors predicted that it would start where it was in China because their use of pesticides is just through the roof. And when you change the environment, the natural environment, what happens? Like on a farm, you plow the land, what happens? Weeds come up.
Right.
Those weeds basically are a part of the environment. And it'll go through stages. That land, if you left it alone, will go through different stages and reclaim itself to where nature is happy.
Exactly. The earth is constantly changing.
Absolutely. So, us men and women, trying to change nature or force nature in a certain direction, I don't think is good. It's ridiculous to think that we can take nature on one-on-one. Nature's going to do what it needs to do.
Absolutely. And I've often thought, if you got Trump in a room and you were just having a conversation without fear of recording, would he say that he would shut it down again or not? I mean, is he even of the belief that he should have shut it down the first time?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, it is a good question. Fauci says that schools should not start in the fall.
Yeah, I am going to believe Fauci as much as I believe Dr. Tam here in Canada. I don't trust anything either of those two say.
Interesting. Really?
Absolutely.
I kind of like Dr. Fauci, but I think he's also a doctor, and he's concerned about people dying, and which, of course, I'm concerned about. But don't we have to be concerned about also the suicide rate, the psychology, and
all of
behind
that.
being closed down? I mean, it's weird. I drove through the neighborhood a while ago, and I saw a kid just sitting in the driveway,
right,
on his butt,
like
he was totally alone.
Absolutely,
it just did not seem right.
Yeah, I agree.
So, the infection is, of course, running rampant through prisons. Right. They let Paul Manafort out today because of the virus. I'm not sure whether they expect him to go back. But they've let out a lot of prisoners. We would like to think that most of them are white-collar, nonviolent criminals, but that's not necessarily the case. In fact, they've had different inmates trying to catch the COVID-19 virus so they can get out of prison.
Yeah, exactly.
So, everything backfires.
Yeah, and always ruined by a few of those that figure out they can work the system.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So
same thing happening in Canada.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Groceries, one of our favorite things, skyrocketing. They have increased. Now, most of it has to do with processing plants having to shut down because of the COVID-19. So there's a lot of temporary things going on. They've had a little bit of trouble with harvesting, like fresh vegetables and such, because people have got COVID-19, or they're afraid to work, or they decided to sit home and draw the inflated unemployment money.
Right.
Well, it's really hurt the supply. Also people are at home cooking and eating.
Right.
More. Hopefully healthier.
Well, here, groceries, I haven't noticed an increase. As a matter of fact, we got some really good deals in the while this, COVID thing is going on. We got some really good deals. So, I don't know.
Wow. Sorry about that. Anyway, the increase is 2.4%, the largest since 1974.
Right.
So, now while that increase in groceries going on, most everything else is dropping. And I mean bottoming out. So you've got de-inflation on cars, apparel, hotels, car insurance, and you've got this inflation in groceries.
Right.
And I do believe there's going to be a new supply and demand. For example, we're not going to be going to hotels for a while.
Yeah.
Our car insurance needs to drop because we're not driving as much.
Right.
So you're gonna have things a new normal, at least for till we feel safe from COVID-19.
Yes, well, apparently a lot of the airlines aren't hiring, all their employees back.
Yeah, they're
kind of makes you
definitely
wonder
not.
where are they going to keep all the planes? How are they going to keep them running? I
Yeah,
mean,
there's just
the
like big old
questions.
plane graveyards.
Yeah, this just goes on and on. Like, it ripples right through every industry in one way or another.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's very sad. I mean, the CEO of Airbnb said, and I'm paraphrasing, that the new normal will be day trips and virtual travel.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm good with virtual travel. I don't know that it replaces the new thing. I can't imagine saying, okay, kids, we're taking a vacation. We're going to do it on TV.
Yeah. I can't.
I mean,
see
although
that.
I think there's some fascinating video, don't get me wrong, but I do believe people are not going to be taking vacations where they stay in hotels, especially in cities that the virus was rampant. Right now, I go to New York once, twice a year.
Right.
I can't imagine going and staying in the hotel room right now
Yeah. Or cruises.
for a long time. Oh, cruises.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my gosh,
industry is
you
going
can
to hurt.
probably get a cruise for $100. I
Yeah.
mean, it's got to be insane what you can book a cruise for now. I've never been that wild about them anyway, because I don't know, all those people all together kind of grossed me out anyway. And when they started getting that rotavirus a few years ago,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
the last thing I want to do is be on a ship with a virus.
Right.
Even just a diarrhea virus. I'm not even talking about like COVID-19.
Yeah, too many
So,
people too close together for me.
yeah. Too many buffets. Okay, Missouri casinos are going to open June 1st. I don't have any word on any others. I don't even know. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I know we have a whole lot of listeners in Missouri, so I wanted to say, you know what? Kansas City, St. Louis, the casinos are going to open June 1st.
Okay.
So,
I'm not sure
okay.
when our stuff is opening up. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of confusion around that in Canada. Who's essential, who can open now, and who can't. I believe hairdressers are opening this next week.
I got my hair done Saturday.
Okay,
I
so you
met my
guys
hairdresser there.
yeah.
We were okay to go, but and it was nice.
Okay,
It was
good.
nice to have my hair done. But anyway, we're learning why some people get COVID-19 and really get really bad cases, and we're learning a lot of different reasons. Number one was diabetes. People with diabetes are really struggling with
Right.
this disease, and of course multiple other autoimmune diseases and such. Obviously, if you have cancer or something, it's going to be harder on you. I mean, anything is. The cold is,
Right.
and if you're old. But one thing they've discovered is if you are deficient or low on vitamin D, you get it worse.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
and a whole lot of people in the United States are vitamin D deficient
Right.
because we're not processing it. Something's different about sun. And I just went through this myself. I always quit taking it during the spring, summer, and fall
Right.
as a supplement because I go outside.
Okay.
The doctor said, no, you're deficient. You got to take it all the time. I said, I go outside, And he said it's not enough anymore.
Wow.
And he said, most Americans are deficient.
Huh.
I mean, it's certainly easy to fix. Take vitamin D.
Right.
I don't do the whole dairy milk thing. I'm sure you can get some from that, but be cognitive about your vitamin D.
There
While
you
this
go.
virus is running, we have to learn how to take care of ourselves.
Right.
Which goes along with what you say. We can't just shut down these countries.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've got to make yourself as healthy as possible, and one of those things that help is what you put in your mouth.
Absolutely. Well, the interesting thing is the hydrochloroquine, chlora something or other, and zinc are supposed to work for it. You can't buy either here in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, something weird's going on that way.
I have zinc.
Yeah.
I don't have the hydrochloride, but that's interesting. But be your own best health advocate. Try to get exercise. Try to have your immune system. Soak some oranges and tequila and get a lot of vitamin C. It's yummy. Oh, God. Now, I had to mention this, not because of my interest in the car business, but are you kidding me? 7-year, no, that's 0 interest car loans.
Whoa.
I mean, why would you pay it off?
Yeah.
I'm a big person about pay it off if you can, don't finance, right?
Right.
What do you do if it's 0%?
Yeah, that's a crazy deal. Obviously, they are really trying to light a match underneath car sales. Wow.
Yeah, and they really haven't been bad, and they were definitely not bad before the coronavirus. But I think they are going to try to take advantage of a market of people not flying. People are not wanting to get into Ubers. Right. They're not wanting to rent cars. And, because it's a pretty popular thing in the United States. If you're going on vacation, instead of using wear and tear in your own car, rent a car for $25 a day.
Right.
Put the wear and tear on theirs. And people are going, ew, no.
Yeah,
I'm grossed out. Everybody's going to be a germaphobe.
That's good.
So, good deal. Okay, buffets. Now, I'm a little iffy on buffets anyway, as you might imagine, because you can tell I'm a tad bit of a germaphobe. My germs and my dirt are just fine with me. It's other people's that bother me.
Yeah.
But buffets are very popular in the States. Are people going to be okay with that?
Good question. I mean, they've always had a sneeze guard, but that's never stopped anything from happening.
Yeah, things happen. So, and I've always thought the worst part of buffets is if it's not really busy, do certain things sit there too long?
Exactly.
And so, that has nothing to do with coronavirus, but
it does have to do with toilet paper.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. It definitely does. But something to think about. How will we feel about buffets, and will buffets cease to exist for the near future? Right. I know that buffets are not allowed to open right now in a lot of places, I think, including Missouri. I mean, they can open, but they're going to have a menu.
Right.
And there are certain places like Golden Corral that's all they are, is a buffet. We've got at least 3 big buffet type restaurants in Springfield, and they don't have a menu.
Right.
So they're going to have to adjust and adapt. We still don't have a lot of places and a lot of restaurants open, even though they could. I don't know whether they can't get the employees to come back because the employees can still get this inflated unemployment till the end of May.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I never ate in a lot of restaurants, but I think most of them are open for takeout. So.
Yeah, they are here. I mean, some of them decided it wasn't, that's lucrative,
right?
Let's say. So they did it maybe the first week or 2 and then stopped. But okay, I'm sure everybody's been listening to the Flynn saga.
Right.
We've done a lot of shows. I mean, in the early days of the Flynn saga, we did a lot of shows about that.
Yes, we did.
And they're some of our most listened to shows because everybody said, well, if he was coerced to lie, why would he lie?
Right.
And, one of our best, most listened to shows was the one where we said, it was because they threatened to bring his son into this.
Exactly.
And when you've got a wife standing over your head, shaking her finger, you're going to protect your only child at all costs.
Absolutely.
And so I still believe that he was coerced into lying. The evidence pretty much suggests he was. I mean, there's a sort of crazy amount of evidence that's came out this week, so I'm sure that will all have to be gone through. But to make a long story short, the DOJ wanted to dismiss the case against Flynn.
Right.
They expected the judge to dismiss the case. The judge, whom I believe is a Clinton appointee, said, "Hold on your tater tots there, Republicans.
Right.
I'm going to appoint someone to look into the DOJ before I consider dismissing the case against Michael Flynn."
Right.
Surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, ongoing saga to keep our eyes on.
Well, and so in response to that, Grinnell, the acting director of national intelligence, one of my favorite people, he was at one time the ambassador to Germany. He goes, "Okay, I'm just going to unmask the unmaskers." So he declassified the list of over 30 people. Now, I have not been able, he declassifies it, it can be put out. I can't get the entire list, but I can tell you a few of the big players on it. The former director of national intelligence, James Clapper, whom I believe is working for CNN now.
Okay.
Former FBI director, James Comey.
Of course.
Former White House Chief of Staff, Dennis McDonough. Let's see. And another 39 people. One of them is Joe Biden.
Go figure.
One of them is Susan Rice. Obama has been named. President Obama. So the list goes on, and I don't know. He was, it was requested for him to be unmasked something like over 50 times. But I'll tell you one thing we have to be concerned about is that U.S. spy agencies ask 7,724 times to reveal identities of Americans caught up in intelligence intercepts. Now, what unmasking means is we are surveilling maybe someone from another country, potential terrorists, we spy. What are they going to do? I don't know, lots of stuff. Well, sometimes Americans are interacting with these people, and we are not supposed to unmask Americans unless we are ironclad sure they have broken the law.
Yeah.
And then it's not just any law, it's certain laws, okay? So General Flynn, to no one's knowledge, was there really a good reason to unmask him?
Right.
But they did, and they will start hearings about this very soon. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep talking about it because a lot of our listeners have given money to the GoFundMe page.
Right.
For
Flynn's defense.
Exactly. Thank you. Sorry, I had a little distraction there. Anyway, you always take up for me there. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's going to... And in the meantime, as you're sitting at home, not knowing what to do, start dye-dyeing all your clothes.
Oh, no way.
It seems to be making a comeback as everybody's staying at home. I love tie-dye. I even have a tie-dye swimsuit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't had anything tie-dyed for a long time. Well, I already look too much like a hippie.
You're going to have to do it. So, anyway, a jam-packed show. I hope everybody's happy and healthy out there.
I agree with that.
Yep, but we don't always agree, but life's a journey, and we're all in this together. Godspeed, Connor. Godspeed to all of our listeners out there, and thanks.
Godspeed, Grace, and everyone, thanks for listening.